Hi guys, welcome to another day in my Wednesday studio time. Let's see what I get up to today. Hi guys, welcome back to my Wednesday studio time. My name is Beatrice Ajayi. I am an artist based in Glasgow, and I love to share my time in my studio with you guys on my channel here on YouTube on a Wednesday. So I am in the studio now, and I'm gonna see what I want to work on this morning. So let's take a look around and see what I've been up to, and then I can probably go from there as to what I could do today. But yeah, I'm really still enjoying my studio. I keep saying this because it's amazing, and it's so colorful. I really enjoy it. So yeah, I'm going to turn you around and show you what I've been working on this week. And as usual, I will share my latest video that I did on Shorts on YouTube and my other social media, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I put the same reel usually on those social media sites so that I can share my work. So yeah, I'm going to turn around and see what it was that I worked on. And then I'll also then at some point show you my reel for that. So let me turn you around. So this is what I worked on for my reel this week so far. I've got another one that I will be posting today as well, but this was the Monday one, and I show the progress of this. And it was interesting. It's not that I planned that she should look like this, but I just went with the flow and just saw what I could do with the colors that I'd put out on my palette. And I did something that I don't usually do but should do more of, which was mix the colors I had with some other colors and basically created new colors from what I already had. So that was fun to do. So yeah, and I ended up with this character here. So that was my Monday reel that I will show at some point in the discussions. As you know, last week I did the signatures for these ones, and I've had them still sitting here since then. So I'll just put this one down here. So I've had them sitting here since then, and I'm gonna just test out this on this video, and it's not smudging. So you can see no smudge. So yeah, I'm gonna say that this is basically dry, and I would be able to varnish this probably today then. That might be what I do. Do I want to add some more like on her eyes and things? I'll varnish it and then just go with that, I think. I'm not going to be too particular. And when you add the varnish as well, it gives them a really nice shine. And I'm really looking forward to adding the matte, as I was saying around this last week. So I can't wait for that. So I will probably try and varnish this today then. That would be fun to do. Let's see, this one, is it as, this is me testing them. Right, no blue, I don't think. Yep, no blue. So yeah, this is going to be fun. So I will do that. Right, I'll just turn you around. Let's see. You can see my desk here. I really need to tidy this up. This is it's unacceptable, but at some point I will bring my screen back down, but I haven't done it yet. So that might be an idea to tidy this up so that I could do that. But I basically had my pens and everything here for when I was filming this piece. This was for another shorts as well at a different time, maybe last week or some point. I'm trying to remember when I did that, which was inspired by this sketch. So yeah, I will probably tidy this up as well. That would be good to do, wouldn't it? So maybe that's what I'm looking at, the corners of my room that I need to do some work on. So just sharing that with you. This area is quite dark here. But yeah, I think I will varnish the ones that I think I need to varnish, and then I will get on to basically tidy in this corner as well. So maybe I could varnish these when they're dry. I mean, while they're drying, then I could tidy my desk. I think I'm going to do that. So I'm just going to remove these items here. I want to start with the ones that I did first. Then it would have been mostly dried, hopefully. Right, let's see how this goes, because what could happen is that I start to varnish this and it smudges, which would not be good. I've got to find some brushes to use for this. So I need to look for brushes that I think will work with the varnish. I have a lot of brushes and I need to look for a really good one that would be clean to do this with. So I'm not going to overthink this. Hopefully it will just be straightforward. I'll just get the other ones really close to me so that they're all ready to go like a factory line. So I'm going to get started. So what I've got here is an Artist Gloss varnish, and it's an oil paint one. Oh, shouldn't be shaking that. So I'm just going to get straight into, let's see, just put this other light on. So yeah, in my Wednesday vlogs, I just like to share some of the stuff that I'm doing. This, I haven't varnished one of these yet with like oil paint varnish, so we'll see how it goes. And I'm just going to go ahead and just start going in one direction. I think I want to go long ways that way. And just start spreading it. And go over everything. I don't know, people have different ways that they varnish, and I'm not really sure what the difference is and what the purposes of the directions are, but as long as you cover it, isn't it? At least that's where I'm gonna go with. So I put a lot on this one, so I'm gonna try and quickly get another one to start varnishing as well, because that is a lot. I'm gonna do this flower one. I think part of it as well is that you can end up having, if you have like soluble areas that are water based, it can start to interrupt and interfere with your other colors. So using the oil paint, I think, is going to help to curtail some of that. So I'm just taking some of those colors off that one, because some of the varnish off that one, because I had a lot. So I am just going to be free with this and not stress, as long as I cover it. It looks so nice and shiny. I'm not going to be too precious about it, as long as I do cover all of it. And the edges, I don't have to reach the edges too much, because as I was saying, the edges are going to have a matte on it. So I think that one's mostly done then. I'm just going to pay attention to this one and make sure I have enough on this, because I've got the texture there as well from the modeling paste, so I'm going to make sure that I cover it enough. I think some people do more than one layer of varnish, so I'm not going to rub this too much, but yeah, that's 2 down. Let's get some more done. So I'm going to do this one next. So I'm really enjoying painting with oil paint. It's just so much fun. I don't know if I've said it recently that I'm mainly an acrylic painter, but I was always scared of oil paint, but I've been watching some tutorials online recently and learning about the mediums, and that that capability of being able to blend is what has been driving me to start using the oil paints, because I really like that. And I'm trying to be as free as I was with my acrylic paint, so I'm trying not to be too precious about the process, so that I just learn freely, almost like well, I am new to using a lot of oil paint. I'd say this is the most I've used oil paint like ever. So since this year started, or was it last year, I've been slowly building my way into that. So, and I wanted to make some affordable pieces that I can sell in my shop, so I am not overthinking these, and I want them to be accessible. So yeah, that's what I'm doing, and then I'll just frame these out. It's just going to be beautiful. I can't wait. The smell coming off this is very strong. I have my studio door open. So that I can get some air in here. And it's just great to be able to have like my studio that I can just go ahead and do all this work and not be too precious about it. Like if I get anything on the table, that's fine. I'm fine with it. It's just great. I actually started later in the studio today than I thought I would, because I was trying to think, oh, what will I go in as usual to do in the studio today? And these have dried enough for me to start working on them, and they look gorgeous. And I will start a new batch of paintings and working on them. So part of creating your artwork is thinking of how to price your work. And I'm always conflicted because I want it to be affordable for people, but also I really don't want to undervalue what it is I'm doing. Like, you can get used to doing something and you're actually now very good at it and you take it for granted. I don't want to ever take what I do for granted. So I started trying to make kind of smaller pieces, but we'll see where it goes from there, because these are amazing seen up close. I mean, look at that shine, is beautiful. Let's see, I'll just put another, because I want to make sure the edges have got enough on them. Don't want it to have any kind of funny areas, so this will all be this direction. And we'll see once it dries if I need to put another layer on that, I will do that. And working in batches is what I've been seeing is really, really helping me be a bit more organized. So by the time I package these up and get them ready to take into the shop, it will be really cool, because I would have been organized. And also just the presentation as well, like in the shop, I'm trying to make it that when I bring in a batch of things, you can see that there's been a thought out process to have that collection available at that time. So I'm really enjoying working in batches. The colors in this is really, I really like, look at the shine. You see that shine that's coming off with the varnish. So I'm gonna do another one here. And I just thought I might actually varnish one of my bigger ones as well, because I have quite a few other ones that need to be varnished. So I'm thinking I might do that. So this is going to be awkward. So I've got this bigger one which cannot fit into this at all, this view, but I'm going to take some of the varnish off this and work. Actually, no. I've just seen my cheater one. Let's see, is this still, I think this is still wet. A little bit still wet, I'll let that stay there. I'm going to pass some of this onto a bigger painting down there, because there is too much on this one. So yeah, I'm going to put this aside to dry. Right, just, this goes all the way to the edge, so it's a bit more fiddly. So once they've dried, and I might take some pictures of them, or yeah. So that's all those that I had. So what, I'm just going to varnish this bigger one as well. I'm going to start like from edge to edge. I'm going to go here. Concentrating a lot. Right, let's see this upper bit. I think something that I'm seeing in my studio practice is just that preparation part of things. Like, I didn't used to, I'd say, be this organized or thinking that I should finish artwork in a specific time, or especially with oil paints. I just thought that would make even organizing worse, but there's so many artists that paint with oil paint, so that's obviously nonsense. But being able to do a batch of work, have it dry, and then come back to that, it's just really good. So I'm really enjoying using oil paint and organizing myself to do what I'm doing now, which is varnishing. It's just fun. I've not varnished for a while actually, so I have a whole bunch of paintings that need to be varnished. There's some bigger canvases that I would like to work on again as well, so a lot of fun projects still to go. Sometimes I'll paint something and I have a different idea of what I want to paint, so I'll start painting something and have a different idea what I want to paint, then I change my mind, and you can easily think you have to make that canvas completely white all again to start afresh, but I like the storytelling of the journey in creating artwork, so I don't mind if there's little bits of a former painting showing through. I'll just make it work, because it's part of the process, it's part of the journey, the conversation, the history of the piece. So this should be the end, this final little bit. This is fun. It's exciting doing this. Usually as well, what I'm finding is with my mediums I used to use, they used to bleed, and that really irritated me. So understanding the layering is something I've been trying to get a hold of, so that I don't put mediums in an order that they start to get washed out, or they bleed into other parts of the painting. So this one has been varnished. I'm going to put it back on the easel. So I painted this some time ago. I've not finished it, so I'm waiting for it to, oh well, I think it should be dry. It's been some time actually now, but I am going to work on her a little bit more later, not now, but I'll put her on my easel and then I'll get on with tidying the desk. Should probably wash this brush off first. So this is a brush I used here, but I'm going to go and wash this off. This was quite good. Well, it's a small varnish. I need to get a bigger one, but I basically used quite a lot of it actually for being new. But I'll wash this off and I'll get back to you. I'll tidying this table up. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'm going to try and tidy this desk. I had a lot of my art equipment on it, so I'm going to take them off and put them on this drawing desk that I have here, and then I will figure out where they should go. I bought this projector to use for getting pictures a bit more realistic, so like free references that you can get like from Unsplash or from Pexels or Pixabay, and you can connect your computer, or I can connect my phone to this and plug it in, and I can get the image onto my canvas, and I can basically just copy whatever I've made, because you can get your references and you can create an image from that, you know, like your background, your floral elements, your animals, or your portraiture. You can put them together, put them through different filters, make them unique to yourself, and I then can project that onto a canvas or onto any substrate that I want to use, fabric, paper, and from there I can create my artwork. So these are quite a useful way to be more precise with your drawings if you want, but I've been still trying to get my drawing a lot better as well, so I'm not using these all the time, but it's quite affordable actually to get the projector. But it's a very good idea for if you have larger images that you're trying to get an image onto, and for your bigger paintings, and they work really good. So still tidying this desk. But yeah, what are you getting up to in your spaces or wherever you make your creative space? It'd be really good to hear what you do in your space, you know, what your creative outlet is. It doesn't have to be, like I said before, painting. It could be anything. So I have different things here. Like this is a clock that I made the design, and it was then put onto this glass clock. So I have this sample here with me, and I had it up on the wall, so I'll figure out a space to put it up. But I really love the design, and I also use that design as well on my business card. So yeah, it's a very colorful one, and I did this design was done digitally on my iPad in Procreate. That's where I designed that. So I have quite a lot of floral designs on cards that I sell in my shop as well. So that is a fun, beautiful thing to have, and I need to find somewhere for it. So I need to look for where I'm going to put it that it will be safe until I figure out what I'm going to do with it. And this one I'm going to be painting on at some point. And I had that sitting on this desk, so I'll move that away and get it ready for whenever I want to paint on it. Let's see, maybe you could look here. I don't know if you have this yourself. This is very useful. It's for the paint, kind of getting things out of tubes. So I use it for my paints, and you just clamp it down and then you wind the side. So I'll just show you the desk area now that's a bit tidier. Yeah, this is for charging. Charger. I'm going to pick you up and just take you around to see how that looks. So this is what the desk looks like now that I have taken everything off it. So I would just have my screen here, and this would be my area that I use for working on my emails and things. As I said, it's upstairs right now that I'm using, and I need to bring it back down so that I can use it over the summer months in here. But yeah, nice and tidy. And I put this other painting here, like I said before, so that will be what I work on next, and trying to decide what to do with her, because I put a lot of textures onto her with the modeling paste before, and I put some gold as well, some gold leaf. So yeah, that's me in the studio for today. That is what I've gotten myself up to. Varnishing this was fun actually, and the bigger one on the other side as well. So yeah, as always, I'm gonna keep going and keeping myself busy. Do enjoy yourself, be creative, have fun, and it does a lot for you that you can't really put into words. It's really good to be creative. So whatever gives you joy and helps you to express yourself, I say you go for it and enjoy it. I really love creating artwork, and this is my studio. So I bring you in weekly to see where I am, to see what I'm up to. If you have any suggestions on what I could be doing with my time, and what else I could possibly create or what I could share, do feel free to ask me or make those suggestions. But I really love just creating, and all around the studio you'll see different artworks, and you see some of the other shorts that I worked on from last week. And yeah, so thank you for coming to join me today. I'll see you next time. So please do subscribe, and thank you to all the subscribers that came on board from the last time that I've spoken. Thank you for all your likes on my shorts as well. I really appreciate it, and the comments are just awesome. On my TikToks and Instagrams, there's been a lot of feedback, which has been really heartening, and I'm really thankful for that. So yeah, I will speak to you guys next week. Until then, have fun. Have fun. So see you guys later. Bye. Bye-bye.